Well, I don't think that we could have asked for a better way to end the day than with a sunset here in Scotland, which is pretty cool. Welcome back, everyone, to our Scotland road trip series. This is our third video, and today we will be traveling from Inverness, seeing Loch Ness, castles, shopping, and stopping for the night in John O'Groats. Please make sure you check out our previous videos in the series to see more of what Scotland has to offer. Good morning, everybody, from Inverness. It is a wee bit chilly today.
It's been a wee bit chilly every day.
But it's still one of the nicer days that we've had so far. And
Blue skies, anyway.
Yeah, so we are just we really are just kind of passing by here in Inverness. We got here really late last night from a long day of driving and stopping to see some castles, doing some schedule changing with our itinerary. And we're going to be doing kind of the same thing today. And this whole series has been kind of a go with the flow type of moment. So this morning we are heading to a little donut / coffee shop thing that Taylor found.
It's called Perk.
Looks really good. And yeah, that's where we're at. Let's go. So last night we were on this walkway and we were going to eat dinner super late last night, but we kind of saw the riverbank here and all the houses and stuff on the other side, and it really made us think of the river cruise that we took a couple years ago now, and can't wait to get back on another one. But it's really cool. I think one of the best parts about this trip so far is even getting into the smaller cities or the smaller towns is that they're just have this, I don't know, this I can't even describe it, but it's really cool. It's like this awesome vibe that you get no matter where you're at. It seems like in Europe or in the UK. All right, Perk Donut Shop. It's pretty good. Hey, wait, let's walk down this way. We can just walk the river the whole way back.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that was actually really good. They've got essentially gourmet donuts, and I got one. It was Keith's Lemon's a Vegan or something like that. It was so good. It was filled with lemon curd and then had a lemon icing on the top. Delicious. Then I had a latte to drink. Been getting lattes every day.
Yeah, I think it's Taylor made this, she said this when we were sitting in there, but it's just nice that we've kind of been starting each day, roughly, with kind of visiting a smaller local coffee shop, which I think has been really nice.
Yep.
It, I kind of sometimes I feel a little weird saying this, bringing this up all the time, but it reminds me of our trip in August when we did the Med Cruise, and we were able to kind of stop at little shops and stuff like that. I don't know why I feel weird bringing it up all the time, because I feel but you know what I mean, it was a great experience, and so it's nice to continue having those experiences now. So we are going to head back to the hotel. We're going to head down to the castle, which
we're not sure how to pronounce this one.
You're cool. I don't know. So we'll throw it up on the screen when we get there, and we're gonna get the day started.
Yeah, sure. Oh, did you zoom in? Don't zoom in. I want it wide.
Oh, okay. All right. Did you just have flashbacks?
It just makes me laugh because you can even see it on my face in the picture. Oh no. I like a wide photo. I do like close-up photos, but I like a wide one so you can see everything. And it's always so funny whenever you hand your camera to somebody and they zoom in. I see them go like this on the screen. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a little kind of a throwback to Alaska.
It's a little group cruise inside joke.
What did we call him? Guy in yellow?
He was the yellow guy.
He was the yellow jacket guy?
Yeah, he was grumpy.
He was really upset whenever we asked him to take a photo. Not when we asked him to take a photo.
We didn't even ask him. He volunteered.
Right, he did. And then he went to take a picture and he pinched. We're like, oh, don't do that.
We're like, oh, don't pinch in. And
he was upset.
He would not take the camera back to take another photo for us.
Oof. This is pretty cool. This is a old style like catapult that would have been used back in the day. Look at how tiny these stairs are. You basically have to like crawl to get up them. And the most accident prone person here probably shouldn't be taking them.
There's regular stairs to go back down, right?
Yeah. The water. That's kind of cool. So they actually have a walkway here. We're not going to go down it because it's closed off down here, but you can actually go down to the water and I guess kind of get in the water. Well, that's kind of neat. It looks like you can take a cruise in from somewhere else, or maybe this boat will take you somewhere else here in Loch Ness. So I think these people might be waiting.
Could be a boat tour even.
Yeah. Probably waiting to get onto the boat and do a little tour like Taylor just said. That's kind of cool that they offer that. So, it's my first time pumping gas here in the UK. It's really weird. It's a lot different than the US. So here, you actually pump first and then you go inside and pay. I don't know.
Josh did go inside to check first.
Yeah. She kind of was like, no, you just pump first. It's a little weird. It is $1.50 a liter, so I don't know how much that's going to be. We'll find out here in a second. So we're like basically like on fumes. First time I've had to fill this whole trip. So
it's probably not best to let it go to fumes.
$50 already. Must be it. It's not as bad as I thought, but interesting.
Now time to go pay.
So we've now made our way from the castle to this kind of like little...
The town?
Yeah, it's like a little town here, right next to not right next to where the castle's at, but like a few miles down the road.
Yeah, along Loch Ness.
And I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for like knick-knack type of gift shops.
Yeah, you are.
Like when we go to the beach, like I always just love walking around the stores. So we're gonna go and just kind of walk around the little town here, see if they got anything interesting. And then we're gonna maybe go get something to eat for lunch and then start making our way north to John O'Groats. Gin and tonic orange. Oh wow. Huh. Look at all these Nessies. The little Highland cows. How much are the international stamps?
They are $2.20.
May I have 7? All right, everybody dropping off some postcards for the patrons. So as we began to make our way north from Inverness and up to John O'Groats, we were trying to find some place to eat. And, you know, sometimes you just stumble onto some of the best places in these little towns. We found this corner on the square, kind of like deli restaurant. And this was probably one of the best little restaurants we have found the entire trip so far. They had a lot on the menu, from sandwiches to some soups, burgers, This was a seafood chowder, and it was the best. Those are birria tacos, the best tacos I've ever had in my life. And Taylor had a burger, and it was really great too. And it just goes to show, sometimes these small places in the middle of nowhere can be some of the best places to eat.
Road over there.
Oh yeah, look, there's like the whole gardens. Yeah, that's cool.
Is that a rock? Is that a stone?
Oh, it's a painted rock, huh? Please take a pic and post on Facebook. Liverpool. Oh, cool.
Yes.
That's cool. Taylor just found a little painted rock. So we've stopped at the Dunrobin Castle. This is a privately owned castle. If you don't know, we didn't know. Most of the castles that we visited so far have been included with the Explorer Pass, which is like the equivalent of, in the US, would be like a national parks pass.
Yeah.
The castles are kind of like owned by the government, and they're maintained and taken care of. Like, I think it's like the National Historic Society, maybe, or something like that. In
Maybe.
Scotland, something. I might be making it up, but I'm pretty sure it's NHS. And so this one here is not included. So we do have to pay to get into this one, but it looks really cool.
And it has gardens, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it has a garden out back. It has a falconry. I don't know if we're gonna get to see the falconry because of like the wind, and it's later in the day, but
We'll
we're
find
gonna go,
out.
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out. So here, there are no drones allowed. They say they have birds of prey, aviaries on site, and of course we know that with the falconry. But it's important to note that most of the castles, you cannot fly a drone anywhere near them, so don't plan on doing it. And we've also seen this sign in a few places, which says, you know, no large rucksacks or backpacks.
It says you can't leave it in their vehicle or castle reception.
So we'll see if they make me check it. I think they said that in the Edinburgh Castle.
They did, and there was,
nobody,
everybody was taking bags.
Yeah,
in there.
they weren't like checking or scanning or anything like that. So, but yeah, I did bring my drone on this trip, but I haven't really had a chance to use it yet because in Edinburgh, well, you can't really fly it anywhere because it's a city. And so we've just now started to get out into the country in the last day or two. So once we kind of get a little bit further out, we'll probably throw her up and get some footage. But this place looks pretty amazing so far. So this castle here, Dunrobin, is not as old as a lot of the ones that we've seen. And we actually missed the final show for the falconry here. You can see it out there flying around. There was absolutely no way that we were going to make it from the castle all the way down there to where the garden is at and where they're doing the show. So we figured that we would just kind of stand up here and watch and then start touring the castle. Now we did have to check my bag. It was way too big. But it's a pretty big difference between this castle that's privately owned and what's run by some of the government. This is really well maintained. Not that the ones that the government don't maintain them, but it's also not really something that is interactive for children. This is definitely something that's really more for adults. A lot more historically like based reading things, you know. It's not as kind of eye-catchy, so to speak. Taylor was loving these rugs that were in this one room here in the library. They were pretty cool. They are actual real skins. But yeah, it was a cool place. But again, not included. You had to pay extra for it. If you're gonna come up here, definitely try to make it for the aviary or the bird of prey show, which we missed. So it was now time to continue making our way north into John O'Groats.
Yeah, it is.
All right, welcome to our room for the night. It is, it's probably one of the smallest rooms that we've been in, but it's a beautiful bed and breakfast here. It's a guest house, basically. So we've got a bed. They even have a little dresser. Keys are over there, so you can see. And the bathroom is right here. So it's very small, but I really like it. I wish that we were staying here a few extra days. Yeah, it's really nice. And so there's actually some other space here that you can see some stuff. But you can see the bays out there, or the waters out there. Yeah, it's the ocean. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So far on this trip, we have stayed at 2 major hotels, a Sheraton and a Marriott.
They're both Marriott, technically.
Technically, they're both Marriotts, but neither one of those major hotels had a smart TV where you could log into Netflix. We had to come all the way to northern Scotland, in the middle of nowhere, and John O'Groats at a B&B guest house to have a TV where you can sign in to your own Netflix account or Prime TV or whatever. So we can actually watch something that we want to watch tonight before we go to bed, which is really, really nice. So we've made it to John O'Groats. We've checked into our little B&B, and when we checked in, our host, basically of the B&B, who owns it, said, if you're going to do anything tonight or you want something to do, you got to go check out basically like these rocks.
Yeah.
I don't really know the name of them, but she said
I can see them already.
Yeah, she said you go out to the lighthouse and you park at the lighthouse and then you just walk. And as soon as you start walking, you'll see them. And it is pretty awesome. Well, we walked from all the way over here to this edge. And there are some birds that are nesting, but they are not the puffins. They're the puffin cousins. So they look kind of like puffins, except they don't have the orange beak. Those are just pigeons. Well, we didn't get to see any puffins. We didn't see any dolphins.
No, but we saw this view.
We didn't see any orcas, but we did get a really nice view. And if you're back in the States right now, you are probably getting to watch a total solar eclipse.
Yeah.
I think we only get like a 10% over here in Scotland right now. But
it's cloudy.
But you know what?
I'd rather have this.
Today was still a really, yeah, it was still a really great day. Was it like super eventful and like exciting at all the times? No, but we still had a great time. We did a couple of things.
I thought it was perfectly exciting.
No, but I mean, like somebody else out there might be like, well, you didn't like really do that much. You like went to a couple castles, but that's the whole point. Like, you come to a different country, you know, you're here to like just experience the things that you can. So
yeah, it was exciting for us. I don't care if it's not exciting for anybody else.
Exactly. We still had a good time, nonetheless. So we're gonna go back to the hotel, actually to the B&B.
It's a guest house.
It's a guest house, B&B, and might be signing off for tonight. So.
Did you give a room tour of the guest house?
Well, editing.
Oh.
Why does she gotta do that?
My bad.
We'll see y'all in the next one.